Everybody, it's Justin Ox, Beast of Burden. I want to talk about getting a better game plan for your edge feathering. I love edge feathering. If you're new to habitat management and you're not sure about your timber, dipping your toes in edge feathering is one of the best things you can do. Primarily the first 30 to 50 feet from the timber edge in, you want to cut stump. Some guys hinge cut. I don't hinge cut anymore. This was hinged in my last hinge cutting days. I don't advocate it anymore, so don't get on my back about it. But if you choose to do that, that's an option. Or cut stump. And just laying that stuff down the first 30, 50 feet. You want to choose trees that are low quality, like your cedars, shingle oak, elm, bitternut, stuff that will just help feather out your project, that will create good fawning habitat, nesting and breeding habitat down the road. However, in my career, I'm getting more involved in invasive species removal. And so now, looking back on what I did back in 2019, 2020, the edgefeathering project, I really wish I had a solid grasp on how the severe invasive species can be. Because now on this whole edge feathering and other sides of the edge feathering, I'm having honeysuckle popping up, and it's very difficult to access because most of the edge was cedar trees. So how do you try to get to this stuff, in the next few years, try to remove it without this edge feathering becoming a nesting ground of honeysuckle? So my thinking now is, if you're a new landowner or you're interested in edge feathering and invasive species, I would definitely go ahead and talk to your biologist and forester. I want to sign up for edge feathering to enhance my habitat for my wildlife. However, I am concerned about invasive species. There's cost share out there, guys. You got to November 28th to submit your cost share EQIP applications. So what a fella can do is sign up first, but also go look for invasive species. So you sign your invasive species, let's say the first 2 years is invasive species removal. You're along here with the chainsaw, your backpack sprayer, basil bark spraying, whatever it is, and you're hitting this honeysuckle hard as you can, or autumn olive, or say you got sericea, or it's black locust, or hell, maybe it's honey locust you want to keep under control. And you're going to wipe that stuff out the first year. Then the second year, hopefully you got like a 90 to 99% kill the first year. The second year, it's just spot spraying. And then the third year, I'd be dropping those trees. And that way it's like, yeah, you're gonna have invasives in there, but by the time the edge feathering has lived its lifespan, which it does melt, cedar trees last a long time. Not my favorite edge feathering material, but they do last a long time. By that time, that stuff should be melted, and it's not as effective as it used to be. If you have a lot of deciduous brush like elms, shingle oak, your bitternut, even smaller shagbark hickories or mulberries, they do eventually melt, and therefore not as effective, and it'd be a lot easier. But I would definitely look into invasive species management before you start cutting your trees for edge feathering. Let's knock out those invasive species. That way you do have quality habitat, and when that edge feathering does melt away eventually, you're not left with the big honeysuckle, autumn olive, or kudzu, or wherever the hell you're out in the country, your biggest nemesis, Bartlett pear, or whatever it is. Excuse me, Bradford pear. I apologize. So let's have some foresight before we sign for cost share. Let's get a good game plan going. That way you will have higher quality habitat down the long run. Thanks a lot for watching. So just to kind of prove a point, when this was a lot thicker and all these little sprouts, this might be black cherries, but some of these have resprout, like that honey locust right here that has 4 little branches coming up. That was all not treated. I wish I treated the honey locust, but that's how much has regrown in the past 4 years, soon going on 5. And how much has melted over time. And you can see the green is all honeysuckle, and we even got some autumn olive over here. So it's great thick cover, but when you have these, it inhibits you from managing properly due to the thickness of the project. Like, look right there, that locust I hinge cut a long time ago. That's how much regrowth is coming. I regret not treating that honey locust for sure. But no, it's wonderful habitat. The problem is, invasives creep in. It's really difficult to manage. So get a game plan first before you just start cutting away. Let's get a game plan, have some foresight in the future.